Okay, students, moving on to the next part of the particular chapter, that is considered as functional organization. But before that, let me just make you people revise the last heading that we have discussed. That was linear organization. In linear organization, the importance is given to the department and not to the work. Alright? Excuse me, that was the last topic. Moving further, heading further towards functional organization. What they are saying, linear organization gives more importance to department than work. Now students, please do mark it out this as an limitations. Linear organization gives more importance to the department than the work. Then further, keeping this limitation in mind, the work-based organization came into existence. Then please mark it out further. Linear organization has lack of specialized, as the stress is more towards the departmental head. So now a question can be asked for 1 mark, which are the limitations of linear organization, then you need to write this. Alright. Then further, according to linear organization structure, the administrators and officer in one unit have to perform many kind of tasks. It is obvious all of them are not expert in all the work varieties. Very simple, if at all you are the head of the particular department, it is not necessarily that you might be expert in all the field. Hence, a structure is formed in which the experts, please do mark it down. Now here comes the meaning of linear organization. Hence, a structure is formed. Please do mark it out. Okay, wait. Hence, a structure is formed in which the experts with specialized knowledge are given special responsibility in particular unit, and that is considered as what? Functional organization. So students, it makes very much clear what is functional organization. Instead of giving importance to the department, and here importance is given to the work, to the skill. For example, personnel officer will look after the recruitment, transfer, promotion, etc. So this is totally opposite to that of linear organization. In linear, the importance was given to the department and not to the work. But in functional, the importance is given to the work. How much skillful you are, that type of authority you will be having for particularly that function. Formation. Functional organization gives special importance to work distribution and specialization. In this structure, the distribution of work is not done according to the department but according to the work. Students, again please mark it out. Distribution is not done. Please do mark it out, sorry. Distribution is not done for the work but according to the work. How well you are working, according to that the distribution is done. For each kind of work, different experts are appointed. Such experts are not only advisor, they are also administrative head who are fully responsible to the task assigned to them. For example, the purchase officer is fully responsible for all type of purchase related work. So students, what this 2 or 3 sentences, that here the authority is given according to your skill, according to your excellence. Whenever the authority is given for a particular work, it means that for the whole unit you will be taking care of that particular function. Once again, example. Purchase officer is fully responsible for all type of purchase related work. That means wherever the purchase will be coming, it is the purchase officers who will be taking care of. Please go through the diagram. Here what happens, the workers and the employees who are at the bottom. What was there in linear organization, that if at all you belongs to that particular department, workers will be following the orders of the particular head. But here workers will be getting order from any of them. See, this particular chart will make us very clear. Employees, workers. Now this means what? Anybody will be giving orders. This is what they wanted to explain. Because here importance is not to the department but to the work. Further, in work-based organization, the supreme powers rest with CEO, that is at the top level. As per the chart given above, the unit can be divided into 2 parts. Each unit has its own list of activities and the work, and in the same way is assigned 2 different officers. According to this, each officer can please, now this is a very, very, very important sentence. According to this, each officer can give orders to the employees under him to perform the task. Anybody will be giving you order, that is to the workers, and they have to follow it. Okay. Further, in this type of organization, it should be considered that not a single work remain unassigned, and at the same time not a single work. Now this is very important one. You have to check it out that the work is not repeated and not left out. I hope you students know where we have discussed all these things. We have discussed in process. Process may where, that is the second point, where that is considered as what, list of functions. Organizational unit in which there is more variety is to be seen in work. This kind of structure is more favorable where the unit is working with more varieties. So students, what we discussed today, that is called functional organization. First 4-5 sentences we discussed the limitation of linear organization. In linear organization, the importance was given to the department and not to the skill. But functional organization says that the importance is given to the work which you are going for, not to the department. That means any particular officers can give order to the particular workers. Alright, so this is the particular functional organization. Then next lecture we will proceed with formal organization. If you have any doubts, students, please do call me. Bye bye.